Hello, in this video we are going to work on assignment 306. This is about making or creating a data cube. So for this we are going to be using the Planet Toys Inc. data warehouse that you built in the previous assignments. And you will need to make sure that your data warehouse has all the data loaded from it from the previous ETL assignments. Alternatively, what I could do is I could give you a fresh data warehouse which I made and which has all the data. And so you have both the options, either using the one that I'm giving you, or you can use your previous data warehouse for PTI that you made. So let's go ahead and work on it. So once again, you can either use your own data warehouse or the PTI data warehouse. So let's get started. First of all, you need to go into your remote connection, and I have opened up Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Then you will go ahead and connect to your own instances of the server. In my case, I'm connecting to CIS39. You connect to whatever your number is. Then you will go to your data warehouse. Let's see. So this is the one that I created in the previous assignments. You should have one here too. You could just go ahead and use the one that you created. Alternatively, you can use a fresh instance of the database or data warehouse which has all the data loaded. If you're going to do that, let me show you where to find it and how to connect. So you can go to right click, say attach, and go to add. Now you need to go to whatever your server name is, go find it, and within that you will see PTI DW complete. So that's the folder. If you click on that folder, you will see PTI DW complete MDF. So go ahead and use this file. You will see that now there are two instances right here. One is a data file, one is a log file, and it should point to a location in your own server instance. Go ahead and hit OK. As soon as you do this, you will see this data warehouse is now created. Let's do right click new query. We want to make sure if there is all the data in here. So I'm going to just do a quick query, select star from, and let's see. The last thing that we loaded the data was in the fact table, which is called as fact manufacturing. So and I'm gonna execute just this query. So looks like my fact table does have data in it. So yeah, we can use this data warehouse. If you are using your own, do the same thing. Make sure that you execute select star from fact table, and you should have 4, 5, 7, 8 rows of data. If you do not have the same number of data points in your fact table, maybe it's not a good idea to use your own data warehouse. In that case, use this data warehouse. Now I'm going to go ahead and open a Visual Studio. Once in Visual Studio, I will create a project. So create a new project. And the template I'm going to use this time is called as Analysis Services. So let's do Analysis Services. And I will be choosing Analysis Services Multidimensional and Data Mining Project. So let's go ahead and select this one and hit next. The name you should use is going to be your last name. So I'm using mine, _PTI_ cube. Okay, and let's try to place the project and the solution in the same directory. So what I'm going to use is pick a location. I'm going to put everything in my own folder. So I'm working in 39 and I'm going to create just one new folder here, which I'm calling as SSAS project. So I called it as SSAS projects. And we make sure that the place solution and project in the same directory is checked. We'll go ahead and hit create. The next thing we need to do is to configure our server. To do that, you go to the project, go all the way down to properties. Once we have the properties, then we are going to click on deployment and change this server. Instead of localhost, I am going to give it the path of your server, which is cis-analytics.its.appstate.edu/cis, in whatever your number is. In my case, it's 39. So it is cis-analytics, and let me put this on a notepad so it's easier for you to read. That's the path for the server, cis-analytics.its.appstate.edu/cis, and these two are your numbers. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we will go ahead and click on apply and OK. The next steps for us would be to connect to a data source and create a data source view. So on your right hand side in the Solution Explorer, you can see it says data source. When you do a right click, it says new data source. So let's go ahead and select that. It says welcome to the data source wizard. We will hit next. You have the option to get different kinds of data source. The one that we will choose is create a data source based on an existing or new connection. Right now we don't have any connection, so we will make a new connection. Now let's go ahead and hit new. It is going to ask us the server name. So once again, I'm going to enter the same thing here. And you remember to use your own server name. I'm using cis-analytics.its.appstate.edu/cis and your instance number. In my case, it's 39. You could have whatever you have, 01, 03, like that. Then select or enter a database name. This is where if you click on the arrow, it will load some names for you for all the existing connections in your server. And you will choose either PTI DW complete if you want to work with a fresh data warehouse that has all the data, or choose the one that you made, your last name underscore PTI underscore data warehouse, if you want to work with the instance that was made by you. In this video, I'm just choosing PTI data warehouse complete. You can do this one too. Then go ahead and hit OK. But before that, you need to go ahead and hit test connection and make sure the connection succeeded. Then you hit OK. So now let's go ahead and hit next. It is asking us to create specific Windows username and password. I recommend that you use your AppState credentials here so it's easy for you to remember. I'm going to use Agrawal D and then selecting a password. And then you can go ahead and hit next. It is asking you to give a name for the data source name. We will just let it be what it was. So PTI DW complete. Let's leave it at that and hit finish. You can see now under data sources, your PTI data warehouse complete is created as a data source. So we'll work on the rest of the stuff in the next video.